It's Monday morning. You ate really well over the weekend, you stayed active, you did absolutely nothing wrong. And yet, the scale is up. Hello and warmly welcome to The Explainer. Today we're having a bit of a heart-to-heart about that incredibly frustrating, frankly, day-ruining ritual, the Monday morning weigh-in. I know exactly how heavy and discouraging it feels to start your week feeling like you're already behind before you've even walked out the front door. But today, we're going to explore the physiological realities our source text lays out to show you exactly why that scale isn't telling you the truth and why it is well past time to completely rethink this Monday habit.
Take a second and just picture your morning routine. You wake up, maybe step out of the shower, take a deep breath, and step onto that little digital square on the bathroom floor. But I want to ask you a question, and I really want you to be gentle with yourself when you answer it. Are you being entirely too hard on yourself over a metric that is, well, fundamentally deceptive? When that number jumps up, it is so easy to instantly blame ourselves. We trust that digital readout as if it's the absolute, unvarnished truth of our health. But what if your Monday weigh-ins are actually lying to you?
Okay, let's dive into this. The source text we're analyzing today centers its argument around a really powerful phrase, the illusion. When you look down at that number, it feels like cold, hard data. But it's actually just a distorted snapshot of a very specific moment in time. The text reveals all these hidden variables operating behind the scenes to create this distortion. We're talking about weekend salt intake from a meal out with friends, slightly different sleep variations, or even just a change in your stress levels. All of these physiological factors drastically shift your weight on a Monday, creating this powerful illusion that completely masks what's really happening in your body.
Let's apply this idea of an illusion directly to how your body actually works. An illusion tricks your mind into believing something false is real, right? And when it comes to the scale, the trick is that your brain equates a temporary fluctuation with permanent fat gain. If you eat a little later on a Sunday night or have a few more carbohydrates than usual, your body stores that energy as glycogen, and glycogen holds on to water. You haven't gained 3 pounds of fat overnight, literally no way. You are literally just retaining water and digesting food. The scale creates the illusion of failure by measuring temporary biology and presenting it to you as a permanent setback.
Our source text distills this into a brilliant anchor sentence: why Monday weigh-ins are always misleading. And this brilliantly illustrates a massive biological reality. Consider this for a moment. It takes an excess of about 3,500 calories to gain a single pound of fat. So to put that into perspective, to gain 3 pounds over a weekend, you would have to consume roughly 10,500 calories above your normal baseline in just 2 days. For the vast majority of us, that simply isn't happening. The science proves the thesis here. That sudden weight spike you see on a Monday is, mathematically and biologically, rarely ever actual fat gain.
I really want to isolate this one word from our source quote: always. The text emphasizes this because the weekend, by its very nature, alters our baseline. You might sleep in a little later, your mealtime shift, you might drink slightly less water or have an extra cup of coffee. These entirely normal, healthy changes in your routine alter your hydration levels and your digestion timeline. Because your schedule shifts, the physiological data this scale collects on Monday morning is consistently skewed. This deception isn't some rare glitch, it is a built-in feature of weighing yourself on a Monday.
Now let's focus on the word misleading. If you have ever felt completely defeated before you've even poured your morning coffee, please know your feelings are entirely valid. You've been operating under the assumption that the scale is giving you a fair report card on your weekend behavior, but we have to build some self-compassion here. You are not failing. You are simply dealing with an instrument that is measuring the wrong things, like water weight, sodium processing, and glycogen at the absolute worst possible time. It's actively misleading you away from the truth of your real, long-term progress.
We absolutely have to stop weighing our self-worth against an illusion. The reality is that this number is always misleading. Think about the incredible contrast between what we perceive on a Monday morning and what is actually biologically true. We give so much power to a single metric that dictates our mood, our confidence, and our choices for the rest of the week. But when the reality confirms that the instrument is giving you a false reading based on temporary weekend fluctuations, we really have to ask ourselves why we let it dictate our self-esteem.
Which brings us to the most important question of all. How will you change your routine now that the illusion is broken? You don't have to keep participating in a ritual that is scientifically proven to deceive you. You are entirely empowered to step away from the scale on Mondays and give yourself some much-needed grace. Just imagine what you could achieve on a Monday, the incredible energy you could bring to your week if you didn't start the day feeling like a failure over a misleading number. Thank you so much for joining me for this heart-to-heart today. I hope this explainer helps you reclaim your Monday mornings, and I can't wait to see you next time.